Hi everybody, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you for joining us for our weekend weather update around New Zealand. And the forecast this weekend and into the start of next week sees quite a few highs and lows tracking around the country, but the general trend is actually for drier than usual weather in a number of regions. So let's show you what is going on. To the north, the remnants of what was Cyclone Linda. Now, an ex-cyclone, you can just see there's actually two areas of low pressure. It's all completely fallen apart. It was a very short-lived storm. And so now we've got the leftovers, just a small low just off Cape Reinga. It's not going to get any closer or any deeper, but it is just going to linger to the north of New Zealand with a little bit of low pressure and a few showers there. Meanwhile, the colder southerly airflow for Friday afternoon that you can see there on the wind map is fading away because this big high is coming in for Saturday, and that means there is a chance of light frosts. And this is it here, this big area of high pressure. So the frost risk is mostly in northern Southland, inland parts of Otago, and around the high country of Canterbury. Most other places should be a little too warm for them, but it will be a cooler start to the day with that high locking in the cold air that came through across Friday. But in the north, between that very weak area of low pressure to the north of New Zealand and this big high over the south, there's a wee bit of a squash zone. These are easterlies blowing through, a few showers, mostly in the northeastern side of the North Island across Saturday. To Sunday, and no real change. We've still got the easterlies blowing through. We've still got that little area of low pressure to the north of the country. If anything, it drifts even further north away from us because of this big high crossing New Zealand, and that sort of pushes it away. The high centred over the Chatham Islands on Sunday, or just to the south of them. We've got a northerly flow across the country, or at least across the South Island. Still got the easterlies around the North Island, and those big winds out at sea, that's ahead of that enormous storm in the Southern Ocean, which is coming through on Monday. Now, it's down in the Southern Ocean. This is as close as the centre gets. It pretty much tracks like this, and then it fades off down because it's going around Antarctica. It is not coming up towards us. But look at all these isobars. The central air pressure is going to be intense. And make sure you check out the Met Ocean website, because Met Ocean has a buoy down here which is measuring the swells, and this one's going to be producing some monster swells. So it's a big system. It does just clip New Zealand. So when we say it clips us, it means that the centre is well away from us and we're just on the outer edges of the gales. And they do come through the lower half of the South Island. There's a chance it might go all the way up towards the Cook Strait area, but it's on the outer edges, so we're not expecting major problems from it, but just be aware we could be getting some gale force winds and also some heavy rain. Little easterly flow continues along at the top of the country on Monday, and also that low pretty much disappearing completely. So no real change for the upper North Island for the next few days. Stays that way on Tuesday, still with a few showers in that northeastern area. The low in the South Island, that's sort of tracking away. There's a secondary area of it there. The winds continue through, perhaps not quite as strong on Tuesday. The rain does continue though, and by the way, this is gone by Wednesday, but then we've got a colder southerly for the south, a little bit of rain, and then the next high, way off in the wings, that's coming through. So the drier than usual trend continues on around New Zealand for the next 7 days. It's only really the west coast and Southland, and maybe just up here in some of these northern and northeastern areas that will be seeing a bit of rain. Most other places are dry for the week ahead. That is all from me. Have a great weekend. I'm away Monday and Tuesday. I'll be back again on Wednesday.